Artemis.
Yep, you guys were enjoying a nice time in the new town. You stabled your horses, and then all of a sudden, this horrible chain reaction of people either being too inebriated or drugged. He's totally going to tell you he was drugged.
Yeah, think.
And poison darts
can't say for
like
sure.
springing out of people's necks as you all kind of like do that dreary blink yourself awake in the morning sun when there's like, a chicken right there in front of your face pecking right next to you just as the whole "Pucker," as you wake up and realize what the hell happened last night.
I don't have any weird cravings for chicken, do I?
You might, you never know. But you haven't gone full ghoul.
No, okay. Just making sure. Haven't gone ghoul.
As you guys all realize that you're not the only ones that seem to have been drugged in some form or fashion. As you totally reach down and check your neck, and oh look, a certain big lumbering member of the party's got like 3 or 4 darts in his neck.
Mhm.
And are we outside
For
now,
for the record, nothing I'm pressing is working. Do I have to back out and back in again?
Maybe we have to reset the lobby. Maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, we might need to.
All right, I'm out.
Out.
Yep. Nothing's working. So let's go ahead and step out and refresh the API. I'm like, maybe that's a thing.
It could be.
I mean, everything is, updating its abilities and crap in Windows. So
It's happened before.
are you kidding? I just discovered that apparently Twitch's broadcaster is going to be ending at the end of the month.
What?
Yeah, they're going to have to go over to one of the independent streaming services to stream stuff. And it's like, what?
That's crazy. Was that a sneeze I heard?
I think that may have been a sneeze or a small animal
It was
exploded.
a nightlight fell off the table and Liz jumped.
Oh.
Well, I think we all jumped with that.
Yeah.
Let her know she ain't the only one.
They said you're not the only one.
And now this means the fact that we know Liz is in the room with him. We need to try to make him say the worst things ever.
I've got headphones on.
Well, no, what it is what can we get you to say is the problem.
Yeah, can we get you to react?
That's the best part is she doesn't know what it's in response to.
Oh, nice try. Are we reset?
Yep, you should be able to get back in, and it looks like the dice are rolling. I rolled 3 purple, and you're going to love the results.
Oh,
yay.
Obviously, the dice are rolling in the wrong direction.
Oh my gracious.
Oh, wow. I was going to say, what did you roll a despair somehow on a purple?
That'd be some hacker shit right there.
Right?
How'd you do it? Hacker shit.
If anyone can, we have faith in you, Jim.
Okay, so long story short, we wake up, darts are in necks, somebody's missing. Is that the gist of it?
Yeah, the bartender's daughter. And was our friends missing or just knocked out?
Your friends are just knocked out.
Okay.
All right.
And did we get a good night's rest and return all our strain?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got enough rest to get all of your strain back.
I was going to say, we just rested.
Yeah.
got a good night's sleep.
Well, that was no fun. I know I didn't drink that much, and wouldn't. I don't remember an hors d'oeuvre tray coming around. All these toothpicks.
No
Well,
charcuterie.
you know what? I'm going to use all the facts.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So, first step, the first
Say he's
question
going
I
crazy.
have is basically tell me all about these darts and where they came from and what they mean and etc.
You're using your
Who
cool
uses them
knowledge
in this
skill.
part of the country?
So immediately you sober up and you look at the darts, and then you totally stand up in your Professor E stance and you look at the darts between your fingers and you go, Kaminoans, they're cloners.
Wait a second. Wrong century.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it was too good of a reference not to use, right?
No, that was good though. I figured I
I'll
was waiting
take
for
it.
something odd.
As immediately you're recognizing that these ashwood darts with the greenish orange color sap that's been used as the paralytic in there, you totally realize that these are darts that are used by two organizations.
Hmm.
The Pythrian cult, which is like the bad snake people that don't like Apollo or Artemis, because, bad cult people, and they do poisons and shit. And it is sometimes used by priestesses of the Huntress when they need to take animals alive for their own protection. Like, say there's a, bear in town, something like that.
Okay.
And of course, the interesting overlap is that the you're not sure which one of the cults got these first, whether it was the Huntress or the Pythrian cults that then had it copied by the Huntress's cult.
Okay. Second question is based on what we have overheard, what I like, specifically the people I saw scurrying up the roof before, I lost consciousness. What, I would like to piece together what the relationship there might be and who that might have been scurrying up the rooftops.
So, since you looked around the next morning and saw like half the patrons at the bar basically either walked and passed out, or if they weren't, and you're totally like looking around and realizing which ones were drinking and which ones were not, you seem to see a pattern in the darts that if someone was not drinking the wine, they got darted. If someone was drinking the wine, they got like a single dart to make sure they stayed asleep, which immediately is telling you that the wine supply may have been tampered with. And
Okay.
that with that advantage you rolled, even though you failed your save, you managed to see a familiar piece of jewelry that makes you think a priestess of Artemis may have been involved.
Okay. Okay, so meanwhile, I've had my finger up and I've been pontificating this entire time.
Saying this out loud for the benefit of your team.
Absolutely.
As one does.
I've been like doing the whole Sherlock Holmes thing, like come over here, aha, this means this, and aha, this means this, and now let's put it all together.
Elementary, my dear muscle man.
Huh?
So now the only question is, where might they have gone with the innkeeper's daughter?
So
Hayloft?
one of you three give me a vigilance check. I like how someone made a grunt.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought that was a
thinking.
choking noise.
It is a little bit of a groan, but I have 3 green. I don't know what everybody else has. Couldn't remember what it was on this guy.
I have a yellow and a green.
I have the same.
All right,
So
who wants to do it?
One of us can help out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So it comes
I
down
mean,
to
Who
you
wants to
want
be to
quality or
blame?
quantity.
Well, since I've been, going over the whole thing, maybe I will be paying attention, so maybe I could help.
All right. So I guess that means
So
I'm rolling
that'll
then.
add a yellow.
Yep.
Basically it
Yeah.
just adds a
Okay.
yellow to you.
Gives you an upgrade.
Or an upgrade,
Yeah.
Yep.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Hey.
Hey!
It's enough.
As you take a point of strain, but you notice a few things as the two of you are, getting up, dusting yourselves off, and you're totally trying to, okay, what's the last thing we remembered? As you look around, and two things instantly become apparent is everybody that you saw last night is here, except for the gal that was serving you guys. And you do
Alrighty.
notice that the tray she was handling that had, clay pot, for wine and a pitcher for water, was thrown over by the window, and the tray is like broke, and the pots are smashed over by the window. So you guys
Okay.
definitely pick up that there was a scene of struggle.
Okay, so it's struggle, not she just like threw it down and ran
Could have.
out.
If there was more successes there, I could tell you a little more, but I mean, do you go to that window and look out at it?
Well, of course. Well, at and around and out the window. So looking for any, struggle signs or footprints, additional footprints, like in a weird, struggle pattern.
Okay. So
out the window, something maybe snatched her out the window.
So in that case, when you peer out the window, give me a survival roll.
I get a sword in the face. Oh no.
Shink.
I have a yellow and 2 green. I mean,
I'm the one
assuming
looking.
we are. Well, I assumed we were continue to work together.
Oh.
Do you invite him to poke his head out the window?
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and make that roll.
All right. So yeah, I have 3 green. So whatever that.
So another upgrade then.
Look at him
ready?
letting you take all the risks. I like that.
Right. Yeah.
Well, you seem to be taking the lead, so I'll just add to it.
Well, I just happened to notice the stuff go down and went to look.
Go for it.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Hey.
Nice.
Hey, so you totally see what looks like a pair of footprints, and then looks like somebody, in fact, dove out the window and ran towards the stables. But there's a pair of footprints that look like they may have been busy putting people down and not having enough time to pursue. Are you going to kind of follow these footprints towards the stable?
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, I think I found
Yeah.
something. Let's go this way.
I'll come with.
You
I want to
totally
know.
go towards the stable, and you see a second set of footprints. Obviously, you're getting the gist because they're super deep. That you look up at the rooftop, and you can practically imagine that someone ran off the rooftop and landed hard on 2 feet, then a knee and a shoulder, and then sprung up to chase. And there was, here you are as everyone's waking up, and some people are coming into town with their horses and the wagons. You're doing the Humperdinck bit of showing where the combat happened here, that apparently the two parties seem to have gotten into a fight with each other.
Like a fluffle.
And as you're looking at this and you're describing the fight, you see where all of a sudden a third party intervened itself. And there's a small splattering of blood, like just a hint, like somebody may have El Kabonged somebody. And at that moment, the two pairs of footprints ran in tandem,
Two.
slightly offset, as if they were maybe holding hands, and it caused their footsteps to sync up, running towards the blacksmith
Yes.
shop where the horses were kept.
Oh shit.
Oh.
And do
Come
you
on.
continue following the footprints?
Sure.
Yes.
Of course, I have visions of Princess Bride in my head. One spot where they're like looking at the footprints at the cliff.
As soon as you get there, you see that the stables there, the doors were flung open, and there's a couple of the horses just like milling about. And you clearly notice that two of your horses are missing.
Of course. And I
We
run
only
in
had-
those.
We only had 2 horses.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We had a riding horse and a draft horse, and of course they took both of ours, didn't
Yeah. So I kind of quickly move in and look to see if I can see the young boy, if maybe he's in danger by chance.
You totally look around for the boy, and with that survival roll, what would you like those 2 advantages for?
I
they?
don't know. I'll let you give me some good facts.
Okay. You totally see that there's the pitchfork that you saw him pitching hay with the last time you saw him is kind of like haphazardly thrown to the side, and there's a single droplet of dried blood just hanging on the pitchfork, making you think that this was the weapon that did damage to the newcomer off the rooftop in the street. And as you look around with that 2 advantage, you notice something glint up in the hayloft as you were looking up in the hayloft for the boy. Does someone want to climb on up there and poke around?
Well, I initially ducked to make sure it wasn't a glint of an arrow or something.
Well, if we think it's the boy and we think he may be injured, of course I'm going to go up there.
Yeah, let the duck go. He can fix them.
Okay, so you go up there and basically, your buddy says, hey, there's something interesting up there, and you go poking your head up there. Give me a vigilance or a perception check.
Alright. Oh, man.
You find
thank
another
you, Jim.
pitchfork coming at your face.
Well, right.
As the blue dart goes.
Oh, that's
I mean-
terrible.
Well, not horrible, just awful.
Like, not horrible.
Could
Awful.
It could have been worse, right?
Wow.
I mean, you got successes, right?
Yeah.
See, what are you
Okay.
complaining?
So immediately you go up there and you're like, you see something glinting in the hay as well. It's a bright silvery glint that you see, and you kind of like it's half buried in the hay, so you kind of like reach in there to grab it. What do you want those 2 advantages to be?
Quick reflex.
Do I have to decide that before I know what I've even grabbed, or is that?
Well, before I tell you what that despair does.
So you're going to go roll in the hay? I got like all these movie scenes in my head, some descriptions here. Now we're young Frankenstein. Roll in the hay.
So many quotables in that one.
I would say I would like to retrieve this thing safely.
Ah,
Whatever it may
safely,
be.
you say.
Yeah.
Okay, so you reach up into the hay and you see the glint, and you reach in, and for a second there you were about to like throw your hand in there and grab whatever it was, even if it was, a sharp-edged blade. And then you kind of hesitate and you kind of poke around first and then slide your hand in what looks like a round shaft. And you slide out this beautiful, artistically etched silver arrow that seems to weigh like a third of what it should weigh. And it's about a 4 foot long arrow, but it seems to weigh like less than what a normal arrow would weigh.
It's more like a
And it's made out of pure silver.
It's inconceivable how lightweight this silver arrow weighs. Your mind almost breaks from it. And as soon as you pull it up and you lift it up, and the ceiling in here's got cracks where the daylight's shooting through and it glints on the arrow, and you're just like, "Aww." In the glint, you start to see something in the arrowhead as you focus your eyes on this mirrored, finished arrowhead on it. And all of a sudden, you're like thinking maybe you're seeing something. As all of a sudden, you swear you see a foggy vision from last night. And do you
What
have
sort of vision?
do you have any range defense?
I think I do, actually. I do have one ranged defense.
And
Mark.
since you are being ambushed, I'm totally giving them a free upgrade. Oh, look at you making their life difficult. As you're seeing another one of those masked-clad people, and they're picking up their blowpipe from the hiding spot where they were like a spider in the corner of the roof in here. Just as you're like, what? It's a reflection?
Ooh.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Wow.
And you're in this ladder holding this arrow. And you feel this sting in the back of your neck. And you, before you even instinctively reach back to feel, you know what it is. Give me a resilience check.
Here we go again. I'm gonna spend the rest of the session knocked out.
As the dart hits you somewhere nasty, and that's going to be doing. Oh, look at you! You do some upgrades there. I'm liking it. Don't roll
Well,
yet.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend the whole session knocked out again. So
As you took 6 strain from the dart, by the way. So many successes.
Fair enough. Okay, 6 strain. Got it.
Don't worry, I'll catch you when you fall off the ladder.
Yeah, I sure hope so, because this isn't going to end well. Do you have the resilience difficulty set?
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, we
that's
got a
it.
success. So you saved versus the poison, but I will totally say, because 3 threat came up, you feel totally woozy. And all of a sudden, you blinked away the cloudiness because you're just like, screw you. I just got 10 hours of sleep. I'm not going to pass out. And as you reach your hand back and pull the dart out of your neck, and you look at the dart in one hand and the arrow in the other hand, and you kind of think to yourself, what was I doing? And you look forward at the ladder that you were holding on to a second ago.
Oh, shit.
As all
I'll
of a
catch 'em.
sudden you've got the arrow in your hand, the dart in your hand, and you feel yourself falling backwards. Now the question is, as you start falling down with this arrow in your hand, Do you want to roll a coordination or athletics, or do you want your muscle-bound friend to try to catch you and do a combination roll?
I would say since he said he was there ready to catch me, I'll just totally go with that.
Okay, so are you adding a blue to his dice pool or something different?
Just a blue.
Okay, it's one purple. He's adding a blue. Are you gonna catch your friend who just went, uh-oh, and just is
I am.
falling down like a princess thrown to a giant?
Yes, I'm gonna leap forward and catch him. Go limp. I've got you.
Already done.
Ready?
Yep. Hey!
Thanks for that.
And you don't even get
Catch.
stabbed with the arrow that causes no pain. I mean, it would have been too mean to have him drop the arrow on top of you. That would have been just mean.
That would
Okay,
have been-
so what would you like for those extra advantages? Is you catch him easily. His very, very wistful frame makes it easy for you to catch him.
Can I catch him before he actually falls all the way off, so that he doesn't actually, so that he's still on the ladder?
Okay, for your 3 advantage, I'll totally give you that. That you totally just did one big hand where you just
Yeah.
like whoop, and you pushed him back up there, back in the firing zone.
Oh well, maybe that wasn't a good idea.
And what would
Would've
you
been
like for your extra advantage?
better just to catch me.
Okay, well,
Just cradle him.
okay, fine.
You
I'll
want to
catch
hold
him.
him tight.
I do. I'll lower him gently to the ground. You okay?
I
You
am
need
now.
CPR? I can beat on your heart.
No. Still conscious. Don't need CPR unless I'm unconscious.
Okay.
Word to the wise.
You never know.
Can I rush up after his attacker then?
And you guys
instead?
totally hear some scampering sounds up in the lofts. I mean, he didn't say anything about his attacker yet, but you hear some scampering noise. This would be a good time for a vigilance initiative roll.
You think?
It's
I
never a good
Darts.
time.
More darts.
As he's holding this big ass giant silver arrow in your arms, and he's got a little dart in his other hand,
Yeah.
and he looks a little
exactly.
woozy.
Dart in one hand, arrow in the other.
You know, you could collect safer things. Just saying.
I could, but I can't.
I could, but I'm not gonna.
What there is to collect is what there is to collect.
Fair enough. And if people keep giving to you, I guess.
I mean, they're doling out these darts like they're M&Ms.
I mean, it's a sliver of frickin' wood. It's not like it's an expensive weapon to make.
But
That's
the
fair.
poison, different.
Or ammunition. Well, yeah.
I mean,
poison
on the
will be
plus
story.
side, now that he knows everything about these darts, he can totally tell you how to make an antidote. But he totally didn't
Which
want to worry
is-
about that earlier.
Well, we were trying to chase people down at the time, but now it seems like it might be more of a priority.
I mean, there wasn't a priestess there until the despair. Just saying. Apparently, they totally left one behind to look for the arrow, and then someone was gracious enough to find it for them.
See, that was generous of you. Oh, is that the one that was stolen from the temple? Because we heard rumors about that, didn't we?
Yeah, mine now. I earned it.
Oh, that's not
Wow.
a good idea.
Wait, excuse me. Who identified it? That was even there.
Mine now. I like that.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
Hey, you know what? You want it? You got it.
Well, no, it needs to go back wherever it came from.
You know what
Before
you
more
do
people
with temple
get
shit?
darts in their face.
You put temple
Oh.
shit back in temples.
Well, deal with that while I'm like
So
pointing
base.
up the hayloft at some.
So you
woman with a
totally point
blowgun.
up there and say there's a woman with a blowgun up there?
Pretty much.
Well, based on the angle of the dart, what direction did it come from?
If you're climbing up the ladder, behind you in a perfect blind spot.
So it's
Because
behind the ladder, not in the
Oh.
loft.
Yep, so it's up in the loft like someone was hiding up in the rafters.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I was going to say I had my sling out and ready, but of course I didn't.
You have to go up the ladder in order to get a line of sight on the target.
You know, I
Unless
heard
you-
woman. I'll
Oh.
go up the ladder.
Okay,
well, there you
Of course
go.
Of course. Of course.
so the big lug is going up there first.
Yeah.
He should have high resilience. We're all good.
I
didn't help
do.
Okay.
Though it didn't help him last time.
Well,
Didn't help anybody last time.
yeah.
So immediately as your maneuver, you can scamper up the ladder after you drop him unceremoniously on his duff, because you're not taking the time to do it nicely. You're just saying, "I gotta go, action time."
I mean, I thought those advantages, since I didn't rush up the ladder, I thought they allowed me to land gently. But I don't care. He can drop a couple, half a foot.
It's gentle enough that he's not taking damage. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Fine by me.
You lowered his
Okay.
body down, had him angled up slightly, realized it was a dart, and then you just like dropped his head. Boom.
Yep.
And scampered up.
And up I go.
So immediately you scamper up there and you see obviously because of the short outfit, has very, very up to the thigh cut line. You can totally tell that this is a female or a really well disguised dude. And she looks like she is grabbing a pack that was hidden in the hay up there, and she totally is looking at the loft's little window and wench that you see off to the left that is that you are imposed between technically, and she totally is looking at you and the loft opening that she's planning to probably jump out. She's
Great.
crazy like that.
Great. It's a woman. Now we're in trouble.
And you see that she's got a blow dart, blowpipe with two little darts in her fingers that are holding the pipe.
We sent the wrong person up.
And with the way her little toga-like robes work, it totally has a sash that can be pulled over as a hoodie, and the front can be brought up as a face mask, so it's totally Assassin's Creed looking toga.
Well, that's awesome. So.
And it's a grayish toga.
Don't.
You remember something about seeing something like that before you took a nap.
He's all like,
I do.
You doing?
So I will make sure I'm in between me and her and start to go for it. So what's your name? Where are you from? And be ready to
come here often.
If she runs for it, I want to be ready to block her. And
she is totally gonna go for that little rope hanging off the loft there. You totally sense any second she's gonna rabbit for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go to intercept so that I can grab her and pull her to the ground, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay, so immediately she does this like half step, and we're gonna have some grappling. She's not the strongest thing. She's nimble as shit, but she is not the strongest thing. So do me a favor and
Oh.
Totally have to
That
get
was
out
rough.
because she can't use any of those, and I thought I had one of those. Yeah, I
Oh.
totally had one of those.
Ain't that a shame?
Okay, so go ahead and give me a brawl.
Okay. I like that. Oh wait. Okay.
So now he's going rolling in the hay. Great.
Gonna roll in
Yeah.
the hay.
I better
I mean-
hand them a. Oh, wait. Maybe this.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Damn.
that didn't work out right. I know it's not gonna change anything, but it should have been 2 purple,
Oh,
and one of
I'll
those was
reroll.
upgraded.
No, just roll the purple.
I'll just roll the red.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So with your 3 successes and 2 advantage, what are you wanting for the advantage? Are you gonna totally plant her on the into the hay?
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
think
put
so.
your stats in for your brawl?
I'm sorry?
It's saying. Oh no, I guess brawl doesn't have damage, right? Or no?
Yeah, this is basically him wrestling
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Now the question is, are you looking to do strain or wound damage?
Oh, strain.
Okay. So you slam her down and she starts to do this whole and she lunges and you're totally way ahead of her in the initiative, so you're just like, nope. Spin her around, slam her face first into the hay, totally doing the submission hold.
It's like 10 strain, dude. Right?
Yep.
No, it's only 3 successes.
It's only 3 successes.
Oh no, that's
It's
right.
your,
3, so
it's your,
okay,
it's your
8.
brawn plus 3.
Yep.
Right, 8.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
So only 8 strain as she gets, his full body weight pressed into her, and she makes this grunty noise as this dainty maiden like squeal comes out and says, "Get off of me, you beasts! You dare lay your man hands on a priestess of Artemis?"
That's not all this honor.
I mean, don't worry. You'll come to like it. They all do.
And here we go.
And this is when he gets turned into a doe during rutting season.
Oh no.
Too late.
No.
You already opened your mouth.
It's like you dare dart a doctor of Egypt.
A doctor of Egypt?
The Doctor of Egypt. Come on, we can be good.
As you know.
Yeah. As she's making some struggling noises, and you guys down below can totally hear his weight creaking on the wood up there, up in the hayloft, and someone is struggling, and that you totally heard the priestess of Artemis part, and she's just like, I'm here to return a relic to the temple of my goddess.
Well, just come down here and talk with me instead of darting me in the neck. Come on.
Yeah, we can be friends.
And as
somebody else is returning it instead of
you say that, she like turns her head up to look at you and strains as you're restraining her down, and she's got the cute little curly locks that were bound back, and the curls fall in front of her face because Artemis's priestesses all have to be the cutest and look like they're perpetually 16 for life.
Oh my gosh, that's my weakness. Female.
I was gonna say we're in trouble.
I was gonna say which part of that.
As she looks back at you and says, the strange foreign man belongs to you? Is he your servant?
Hey. If
what?
anything. Never mind. But
we have an arrangement, yes. Because we do have an arrangement. We're business partners.
Right.
Yeah. Can you be civil and just come talk to us and
I
instead of
I would talk if this big oaf wasn't pressing all of himself. And when she says that, she totally gives you an up and down look, but not an appreciative one. As she gets
Oh.
the frustrated, wrinkly face.
Oh my gosh.
okay. So, Ethereum, if you could take some of yourself off of her and bring her down here to have a conversation, that would be lovely.
Tell me your name
I
first.
just-
Ooh. And she says, "My name is Asame."
Esame. Okay, I will take some of my weight off of her, but keep a hold so that we can make sure we both go in the same direction.
Okay, so it's a loft, so there's not a lot of ways to go except that opening that your body is easily imposing on. That she has to go down the stairs, which she kind of cooperates as soon as you loosen up,
Okay.
and she goes down the stairs slowly. Even though you notice she did not pick up her blowpipe or the 2 darts that were on the ground up in the
Well, that's
loft.
good.
Oh.
But she also left a sack, like one of those sacks that you could tie around your waist, totally ancient fanny pack style, with
Have a
some
sack.
things in it.
Oh my
Mm.
goodness. Okay, well, I will grab her belongings and casually follow. But I would try and make it so she can't see that I have her belongings.
Okay. As you totally come down the ladder, with a flump of your greatness, she's doing this cute thing where she's putting her loose curls back up, and in the way she had her hair bundled back, and she even looks younger down here in the good lighting. Very, very high presence, very, very high social skills here. As she totally gives that anime style frump, as she sticks her hand out to our Egyptian friend here and says, "Give me the blessed arrow of Artemis."
I think
I
we
will.
saved it for the church.
I'll be honest, I have every intention of giving it back to you, but I would really, really like an explanation first as to A, why an entire tavern was knocked unconscious, as well as myself just a moment ago, completely unprovoked. Again, let me reiterate, I have every intention of giving this back. I just want to know what's going on and how I can help.
So I'm gonna need 2 rolls because 2 completely different things were said just now. So first, I would like our bard, who just totally said, "I'm gonna give it back to the temple."
No, I said, why should she get credit versus us?
Go ahead and give me a coercion roll.
Let's see. I don't think that's one of mine.
I'll take a
That's not good.
deception if that's better.
Sure. I'll do deception. We ready?
Yep. Ooh, interesting. When you say that, she kind of rumples her nose. And go ahead and, Doctor, give us a charm roll. As you're just like, hey, 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 stop darting people. I'm not that kind of doctor. You shouldn't be that kind of priestess. Who are we kidding? The doctor's gonna make a whole syringe, panel of those, so he can whip one out on a moment's notice in the future.
Just you wait.
He's just going to use it to keep me in control.
You're doing something he
Wow,
doesn't want.
I hadn't even thought of that. Now that's what it's gonna all be about.
It's all like, damn.
And then he will prescribe you that you have narcolepsy. The god Narco is making you lepsy often. Oh,
It's like,
upgrading.
I'm not really sure why you keep falling asleep, but here's a tonic for you to take every so often.
And it's really a
All right,
potion that
ready?
reduces your resistance to toxins.
Just one specifically. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, finally.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
well, I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, I took, when I finally spent my experience points, I took Loom. When an ally engaged with the character makes a successful charm, deception, and negation check, the character adds an advantage per rank in coercion, and I have 2 ranks in coercion, so, but I don't know if he needs 2 more advantage with that roll.
You can always
Not
use
really.
But
2 more advantage.
I mean,
Two
Just
more
cash in for
advantage
something.
would make this huge.
Okay, then I will
Okay.
apply my looming presence to his charmingness.
So you just pulled a hat trick. You've got more than 3 advantages, a triumph, and a success. So immediately with the success, her expression changes. She kind of looks at the big guy standing behind you, looming, and she realizes that obviously you are the brains of this organization, and that she can have a civilized conversation rather than being manhandled, which she was having severe issues with. But
Oh, well.
you seem very, very fragile, almost feminine-like. So you seem to be a talky person.
The options are not mutually exclusive, just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So she is about to give you some 411 info dump as one of the little curls of her hair plops down and gives her this very adorable expression. But what would you like for your 4 advantages and your big damn triumph?
Okay, so
And
for
remember,
the
Liz is
triumph,
listening.
yeah.
Just busting your chops.
Oh well, fine. For the triumph, I would like her to be basically my ally
Okay, so
from here forward.
an ongoing ally. That's a good one. As
Yeah, so she's my new best pal.
she is
And then
immediately now
for the
curious of the foreign man who's so eloquent and educated and can be so dashing and charming and is again the brains of this operation.
and
I mean,
I guess for the advantage, I just like a nice info dump.
As we literally get this there's a little montage that happens that you guys go over to the wine house and pour a drink, and the 4 of you are all having wine together. She's doing this hand gestures from different camera angles as the camera circles around, and she's totally giving you all the drama and tea from this town. And she's basically telling you that her sisters and her came here looking for the blessed arrow of Artemis that was stolen by an initiate who not only went back on her oath, but apparently, and she totally, he looks at your muscular friend and looks away blushing like a innocent maiden, had carnal relationships with some boy here in town.
I mean, don't knock it till you've tried it.
And she totally turns her nose up to that offer.
I'm gonna poke him with the dart.
Depends. A
you should-
loaded one or the one that you already took the dose?
The unloaded one, just to give him a fair warning.
Yeah, because he
Ooh.
actually has the 2 active ones.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, I collected a whole bunch of them earlier.
They were all used ones.
Yep.
There would still be something on them, would they not?
No.
Well, regardless, I still
You
give him
still
a poke,
give
just
him
as
a warning poke.
a warning
As
poke. Yeah.
as she
Oh.
kind of blushes at you doing that to him, it's like, ha, she obviously gets the idea that you're the one in charge.
So we would get great reward and recognition if we returned the great arrow that we discovered
When you come back with me to the temple to return it, you will definitely be awarded by the high priestess.
Mm.
Even though you are men, I think she would even allow you into the heart of the temple to receive great blessings from the goddess.
We could use those.
Never turn down blessings from a goddess.
Indeed.
And she basically goes on to say that the fallen initiate basically stole coin as well as the arrow, and they were tasked to find her and return her and the arrow. Unfortunately, the high priestess said, due to an omen from the great huntress, that any mortal who saw them in the hunt would be killed within the next moon by some foul predator,
Hmm.
by fate itself, and that the priestesses were actually attempting a mercy to sedate all the people that were going to see them. Unfortunately, the fallen initiates, they and you totally see that down below, the owner of the wine house is complaining about a bunch of busted vases down below. Anything that was over 4 foot long was broken by some evil links, obviously. As he's like, why did they break all my vases? As she kind of like blushes when that's happening in the background, saying that we attempted to return at least the blessed arrow, if not the thief herself. But unfortunately, and she kind of like somberly looks down at the arrow on the table, we were unable to accomplish either, as my sisters had to run off chasing after the thief and her consorts, as they stole two of the strongest looking horses we've seen in this town for a while.
Oh, jeez. That's sad.
Yeah, one of them was mine, by the way. Anyway.
And as you say that, she reaches a hand out and puts it on your arm. There's like a tender moment, and she realizes she's touching a man, and she kind of pulls it back kind of sheepishly without trying to look like she offended you. And she says, obviously, we have all been victimized by these thieves.
And the young boy was with her?
The young boy had to have been the consort that she was speaking of, that she had, and she looks little look of disgust, carnal relations before coming to the temple. She was in fact unpure.
I thought you had a test for
I
that.
got the impression he was a lot younger than that, but okay.
Wow, they started at a young age back in this period.
18, you're practically a spinster.
I was going to say 13 is an adult, right? 13, 14?
Yep. For back in the olden times.
Yeah.
So, I tell you what, I'll slide the arrow across to her and say, this rightfully belongs to you and your organization. Let's all go together, we'll talk, and we can come to an arrangement that's mutually beneficial to bring these thieves to justice.
And she totally blushes as you slid it across the table, as she like immediately started to reach out to grab it, but then stopped like an inch shy. And she totally does the whole two hands to her face of, dare I touch it? And then she stops and she looks around for her, where her little sack should be, and a certain someone totally notices her clutch at where her sack should be. Do you say anything?
Yeah. You dropped this in the loft, and I will hand her back the sack, but not the blowgun or the darts.
As she kind of greedily snatches it out of your hand real quick with a slight nod of thank you, and opens it up, and she pulls out the whitest white cotton linen you've ever seen. And she unfolds this little cube hanky and then lays it over the arrow. And then she immediately says a quick prayer and some words to her goddess. that may she not offend her by picking this up with this blessed charm to keep it sanctified. As she
Well,
then
she at least shows it great respect and care instead of dropping and throwing it from the loft.
as she picks it up and kind of clutches it
Hey,
to
it was attached to me at the time, so don't give me a hard time about it.
as she totally looks at you and says, I, I, I can only thank you with my words, for I have no coin or other way that I could repay you for this. But the goddess of the hunt will repay you 100 times over.
Could repay him.
Payment.
Well, we would be, like I said, we'd be happy to go to meet with your higher ups and talk about how we can continue this, and continue this to the point where everybody's brought to justice.
We get our horses back.
We would, of course, want to ensure that the arrow makes it safely to its destination.
And she totally looks at you and says, that you, by the grace of the huntress, you have my permission and my request to escort me back to the temple.
Of course.
It couldn't be
And
in better hands.
Figuratively.
And she totally downs her wine in one shot. As someone who's totally been drinking sacramental wine, we know where that came from. As she says, we must leave now as soon as possible, but I must leave a message for my sisters.
We'll wait.
Sure.
And she gets up and she totally does that stop, so the daylight in the doorway silhouettes her and kind of makes her glow. She totally looks back, and speaking to our dear physician, she blinks slowly, almost feline, and says, "If you would like, you can all escort me. It's just outside that I need to do."
Okay.
And
Pop up and follow her out.
you guys,
Yep.
put your chairs
And-
back against the table, and you totally see her go over to a wall where just ever so faintly in the adobe on the wall, there's some kind of scratch mark hastily put up there, and it totally looks like 3 arrows in a bow. And she comes up there and she whips out a little dagger you didn't even notice she had it, somewhere up somewhere in her skirt of her, little toga.
Mm-hmm.
She had room to put a dagger, and she whips it out, jumps up and puts a slash through the symbol, and then below it she draws a quiver, it looks like to you guys, and an arrow that points in the direction that you do know there is the temple, because of course everybody's telling you the only thing here is the temple that way. And then she totally turns around, whips the dagger back wherever it was hiding from, and she looks at you all and says, I'm ready to go if you are.
Lead on.
Lead on.
Do we want to bring Pythia and to Sarah for added muscle, or do we want to ask them to wait for our return?
Good.
What would they like?
As they've been just drinking.
I mean, we can leave them for this. Take care of the city if they want. Or enjoy the city if they want.
Yeah, we seem to have this. This seems to be under control.
You totally
And,
gave them enough coin that they can entertain themselves.
I will miss you every single day, Pythia, but
Aw.
I trust absence will make your heart grow fonder, as well as other parts.
As she,
By the way, can I have those darts?
You're gonna ask that in front of her, huh? So.
Well, she has the magic arrow. She's a little preoccupied. She is so happy. My sisters are going to be so jealous that I am the one that achieved the goal that they made me stay behind not to accomplish.
Hmm.
Um,
Who's going to be the next high priestess now?
um, it will probably be better that you have them and can replicate it, even though I know what you're going to do with them. But yeah, I will give them the darts and the blowgun. Because what good is the
Thank
gun
you.
without the darts?
Well, yeah.
Just don't poke yourself with it like this.
Oh.
Good night. Okay, cool.
Okay, so you have the darts safely put away. You do know that since she freshly dipped them in the little pouch that she obviously has in her sack, the poison should be effective for up to 24 hours. So basically,
Yeah,
it's still
I
good
mean,
for like 22 hours.
And as soon as I have a chance, I'm going to analyze it for either replica, either to replicate it or to create a anti-venom for it.
And then we have this cute montage as you
You
guys
can't
are.
replicate.
I
Trademark
mean,
of the temple.
you must belong to an evil cult of snake worshippers or the goddess of the hunt to have the trademark for this poison.
Right?
Funny how they have so much in common.
So there's this cute scene where she's hopping and skipping and jumping with this big ass fucking arrow, and you guys are just walking behind her with the slight bored look of you're walking down the road, which is basically an exaggerated goat path. As you see, like
Actually, I've got more of a bemused look.
oh, as you've made a new friend for life.
That's right.
And as you guys see a small group of a herder with like 30 goats come walking down the street, and she immediately turns around and drops to her knees and goes into blessed priestess mode where she's blessing this goat herder and all of his goats. And immediately he's like,
Oh.
"My dear, are you a priestess from the temple?" And she's like, "That I am." And these three strong adventurers are assisting me in a quest to bring this holy, and she whips the arrow out. Not that she was hiding it behind her back very well, because she's like 5 foot, and she's holding a 4 foot silver arrow, and she presents it up to the light so it gleams, but she's making sure to use the handkerchief to hold it by. And he's like, "You don't say! I went to that temple once, and thankfully I never saw my wife again." And he totally goes up and he counts his goats really quick, and he pulls out one female goat who's got nice big udders. Obviously she's a milking goat, and he reaches around his waist and pulls off some of the rope he has as a belt. He has a very thick rope as a belt, and he cuts off a section with his little knife and ties a little lead around it and puts the leash around this goat, and totally goes up to he like sizes up the foreigner, then he sizes up the curly haired man, and then he sizes up the big fella, and then he goes back to the curly haired man and says, "You with the pipes, here, take this goat to the temple as a thanks for me."
Hey, they look alike too.
Easy now.
He was just
See, now
afraid
both of you have a companion.
he was afraid the big man would pick the goat up and carry
Eat it or eat it for a snack.
it.
Or juggle it.
Maybe.
Although, Taha, you should talk to your girlfriend, because even I'm not stupid enough to wave that thing around like that.
Yeah.
And
A little better than I anticipated.
when you say that, she's like, "It's okay. Obviously, the goddess of the hunt has brought you who are seeking to hunt for adventure here. And I have faith that once we bring the blessed arrow back, that we will be able to hunt down the thieves or my sisters and see about returning your horses to their rightful place. For the goddess of the hunt truly believes in justice and that all thieves should be punished.
I could tell you a thing or two about gods and goddesses.
And she totally looks at you with big eyes and says, "Please do. I've only heard what the high priestess has told me about the goddess of the hunt.
Oh no.
This is the first time since I was sent to the temple at 6 years of age that I was allowed to leave the temple grounds."
I think. Okay, well, let me tell you the story about Zeus and the farmer's daughter.
Oh.
Okay, let's walk and talk, shall we?
Okay. And as you're interfering in his sexcapades, or Zeus's sexcapades, the last of the goats of the goat herd kind of like give a weird bleating as these shepherds like down the road and the goats are all coming, but like the last straggler that's coming, all of a sudden like this she goat totally gives out this weird alarmist sound that obviously the priestess does not notice because she's not a goat person. And the goat you're kind of holding on to there kind of repeats the bleh, and totally it's that goat scream. As somebody give me a vigilance check.
Ah, boy. There's treachery around every corner.
Every corner.
All right. And you're flipping a die too. How about
And
that?
I'm flipping a
That's
die.
so generous of you, Jim.
I'm bringing balance back to the mythology age.
Is everything set up?
Yep, everything is set.
I'll go
I am
ahead.
totally using that point to stack a deck.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh.
As for the two threats, as the key piece of information that you're gonna miss, as immediately your keen goat senses kick in, as you heard goat go, and you turn to the grass. Your head snaps like a goat's would on full alert. You practically feel at your pantaloons. Your tail does that goat flick, where the warning white is out there for all to see to warn of danger. And you sense there is something or someone watching you from a few yards into the tree line. And whatever it is larger than a man.
Oh.
I mean, we are in a countryside where there are lions, there are leopards, there are bears, there are
lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Yep. But whatever is out there is definitely bigger than a man, and you only catch like a brief flicker of motion, but some kind of your prey sense as a satyr springs into your mind that some predator's been watching this whole exchange happen.
Yeah.
And it's not your muscle brown friend.
I will
call out.
But you didn't catch whatever it was. It moved as soon as you looked directly at it. It immediately disappeared into the background. It like moved back into the shadows, so it blends in with the foliage.
I'll be like,
an ominous scent comes up, and you can't quite place it. Thank you, Tooth.
yeah. I'll be like, I saw something. Come. What's his name? My muscle-bound friend.
Etherean.
Yeah, Etherean. Come with me for a minute. You guys stay here, and I'll head that direction.
Yep.
You're going into the woods.
Well, to the area that I saw made visual contact to, if it's not there, to inspect the ground for some kind of tracks, footprints.
Okay. Are you guys being stealthy,
Animal
or are you
prints.
just walking into the woods?
It's probably not going to work with him, so probably just walking.
But are you
I
nervous?
mean,
Is this your first goat? I can
if
give you some tips.
if you'd like, you could totally try to stealth so that only he's visible. That's totally a thing.
Oh,
I'll throw that out
We
there.
could do that. I kind of walk behind him.
You can totally use him as a decoy, Dan.
So,
Not
were you
that I'm
suggesting I
super
stay
stealthy,
behind
but-
with the young lady?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, while I'm there, I will take out my bow and knock an arrow just in case.
As you do that, and as soon as you notch your arrow, she like spins around and whips out her dagger from nowhere, and it's a beautiful dagger that looks like it's in the shape of a woman with her hands above her head, and the hands and torso is the handle, and the two legs make the blade. As you get a good shot of that knife.
Nice.
And you totally see she's got a garter style holster there. And she just says, "What is it? What danger is there?"
Not sure yet. My buddy found noticed something, so let's wait here and see what they find.
I'll pull out my sling and have it at the ready as we move forward.
Okay, now do you mean at the ready, or are you already twirling?
No, just prepared and ready. I mean,
Okay.
it's out. I don't
It's
have
out
to pull
and
it
about.
out, stretch
Okay.
it out, string it out, but I got a stone ready and everything.
Okay, so you guys go off into the woods, just inside the tree line, where your two compatriots. You start to notice that you're seeing less and less of them because of the tree branches. But in the direction you're heading, whoever was there had a great vantage point of seeing her prostrate herself and show the arrow off. And as you get to the spot, one of you give me a survival check, and the other give me a perception or vigilance.
My survival is 1 green.
I got 3 green survival, so we'll give you perception.
He was not built for survival.
That
I'd rather.
means his perception's also still green.
Yeah, but I'll do vigilance.
Okay, so whoever wants to roll first, the pool is set.
Survival, same thing?
Yep.
Or the pool's
Yep.
good to that? All right.
Yep.
I'll do my survival
Both
first.
of you guys are going against
Oof.
its stealth.
Well, we're dead.
What the what?
Ouch. And you don't even see it coming.
As
Yep.
you guys go off into the woods, and I'm assuming you make some gesture to your friends back in the road. And what would you like for that one advantage there for your survival roll?
I'll take back strain because everything's peachy and hunky dory.
Everything's fine. As the camera totally pans back, and you guys go walking out there, and it's beautiful forest. There's trees, and you guys kind of see what looks like it could be a drag mark, like something was dragging along the grounds there. And immediately, Ethereum's totally looking. He's got his hands on his hips, and he's making it look like he knows what he's looking at, because that's what Ethereum is good for. He is totally looking competent as shit, as he's just like, something large came through here.
Indeed. And it was dragging something.
Yeah, so something. Don't see nothing now.
Maybe we scared it away. I'm pretty intimidating.
Just when, Arjanon's looking, and he's like, but what was it? This is something so familiar. It's gods be damned. I know what I'm looking at, but I don't know what I'm looking at. But I know what I'm looking at. And something in the back of your head is just itching away. As you
What's
totally
that, the club hitting me in the back of the head.
as you totally reach back at the back of your head to rub it, you're just like, I know what this is. Do you have the goat with you still, or did you leave that at the road?
No, I would have left the goat.
Okay, I'm assuming so, but I figured I'd ask just in case.
Yeah.
And just as the camera is like, panning back, and you're rubbing your neck, and your friend's got his hands, flexing with his fists on his hips, Superman style, and as you guys are just like, but I'm telling you, I saw something here. And just as the camera pans back, the tree branch makes a loud groaning sound that neither one of you notice as a few leaves blow not onto you but across the path. And a shadow up in the tree branches slithers from branch to branch, coiling, bounding super tight, causing a circle of shadow around you guys.
That's not
As
good.
No.
this ever so subtle scent breezes on the wind that causes the goat out in the path to make another screamy sound that kind of makes you both jump and look back like, what?
Well, I'm probably screaming too.
There's this slight hiss on the
Bleating.
rumbling of the trees, and a fanged mouth is opening up, curling up tighter and tighter right above two forms that its heat pits are seeing as a very large source of heat and a very average sized source of heat.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you.
As you totally get that predator thermal vision where you're hearing the, but it's actually, in this case, it's a,
Well, the scrape of scales.
as there's a serpent poised to spring any second with its lips curling back and its large fangs starting to moisten with little droplets starting. And a single droplet, just because you had two fail, totally lands on Arjanon's shoulder, and he doesn't notice it, thinking it's the sweat on his brow. As this serpent, the camera pans down from your feet's point of view up, and you see this large ass viper that's like ungodly large, and somehow able to like lace itself on the tree branches so they all hold its weight, is about to spring down upon you. That's a good place to wrap it up.
Oh, dang.
You worked it pretty well to almost 9. You couldn't quite carry it.
I was almost going to get a little more descriptive.
It's like, okay, is he going to work a little bit more in to get it right at 9? Or
I mean, the best part is I have time to make a map there for you. Because, yes, there's something hunting the arrow right now, and it's not the huntress.
Well, hey, we found it, though.
Yeah.
Told you there was something here.
You found it from a certain point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found it. It found you.
It's only a snake. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Exactly. I don't mind snakes, but that's a little ridiculous in size right there.
A pit viper that's big enough that it could swallow you? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The gods must be mad.
Yeah.
Like angry or crazy? Which one?
Yes.
Both.
Okay. I had a feeling that was going to be the
often at the same time.
Right.
I don't know why, but for some reason I get on the gods' nerves. I don't know what it is.
I mean,
not just theirs.
The worst part is the fact that, the gods so often victimize the victims in their stories. That's just jerky.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So next time we know that the attack is on.
But we made a friend. That's the important part.
You made a friend for life. Will she survive the rest of the week? We don't know.
Well, I mean, the others should, whether or not we do.
She's my buddy. I gotta take care of her.
I mean,
Yeah.
she could
See,
always
aren't you glad?
try to use the arrow. I mean,
Yeah. See, aren't you glad I told you to wait there?
So glad.
as our
Well-
doctor's going to go, should I run in there with my darts?
We don't know yet. We haven't had a chance to roll initiative and make noise.
He's
Yep.
gonna
Yeah, I
shoot
mean,
us,
I haven't
isn't
heard
he?
any blood curdling screams yet, so.
Not yet, but you'll hear
Sadly,
a scream before long.
Scream. Nice.
And I'm
Nice.
totally going to give the snake the first attack.
Imagine that.
How's that fair? Other than the fact that we
So-
rolled like shit.
Yeah, surprise
I think the
surprise
despair
with-
is what
with
made
the
that
despair.
roll.
Yeah.
We went
Well,
to
he's
see the
technically
goddess.
closer.
He is a bigger
technically-
target. I mean,
Well, he's
Yeah.
taller, so he's closer.
He has the high ground.
I like how you're trying to sell that.
Just saying. I mean,
Take the hit. That's totally what I'm here for.
What do you say to Padme when she falls out of the speeder? Surrender! We have the high ground!
well, shoot. All right then.
Well, that was fun,
Interesting
though. Thank
spot
you.
to stop at
Just
there.
can't wait until next time.
I mean, the sad thing is the snake's got really good stealth.
You think?
I mean, what do you think was going to happen when I flipped a dark side point to make it 2 reds? I was thinking, oh god, they're not going to see nothing. And then you saw just enough.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
As you totally looking like, dude, seriously, I saw something. There was something like head height watching us from over there.
Wasn't quite thinking snake.
No.
You guys turn around, wave to the people on the road people wave back. Snake just goes,
Yeah, right? Yeah, we're actually like turned around looking at them like, hey, it's all good.
No, just woods. He was just imagining stuff.
it's nothing, it's fine, everything's fine.
Alrighty, well.
So then,
Any points?
so I will give you, because you made friends, 10 experience.
Yay, and found the
And
The
found the
fancy
arrow
arrow.
by just dumb luck.
well, sometimes
Or
that's how
A good
adventuring works.
use of skill, depending on how you look at
It was skill. We were
It was
meant
totally
to.
skill.
It was the fate of the gods.
it. You were the god's chosen tools to correct this great injustice.
I don't know if we have to use the word tools.
I don't know. People always call me a tool. I think it's a compliment.
It means you're useful.
Yeah, see? It's a
Even a-
compliment.
Even a broken tool is still a tool.
Alrighty then.
That's where it gets murky.
Wow.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of the week.
Yep, make sure you
You
guys get
too.
some rest.
Yeah,
Good rest.
as much as it does,
Not suffocating in your sleep rest.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't got anything yet, so we'll have to wait.
I was gonna say, time to get a nice recliner where you can prop yourself up.
There you go.
And don't forget, we do still have the This is the May one shot.
Oh, when's
If you-
that?
It so far has gotten no votes on which day for it, so it is
Okay.
up in the air.
That's
I
okay.
don't think I'm available for either of the options you gave. So
The 19th or the 29th.
Yeah.
If you have an option you are available for it, totally throw it out there, and we might gobble it up and say yes. That's better then than never.
I have to look.
I'll
And
check. Yeah.
we have tomorrow's game, right?
Yep, we do have tomorrow's Fallout game.
Oh.
Cool. All right.
And there
All
is
right.
the 19th, the Space Marines game. Totally not aliens, Space Marines. More like
Some other
aliens and
brand
StarCraft.
of Space Marines.
Space Marines put together.
Yeah.
And not the
Like
genetically engineered
StarCraft
ones.
Space Marines.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking is, alien Space Marines, but with power armor from, Shadow of the Beanstalk.
Worked for me. That's all good.
So you actually can do stuff and not die right off the bat.
Right?
Ooh, apparently on that poll, that's got like 3 hours left on Patreon.
Oh.
Space Marines is the definite winner. There is, and it looks like on the 19th at night. What is the 19th? That's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday in the evening sometime. Feel free to put in the comments what time you want it to be, because I'm free for the whole day.
Cool. And what was it? The 3rd or the 4th of next month? Sweet Tooth last episode or season comes.
Oh yeah, the new season's
starts
coming out finally. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the final. I guess we only get what, 2? Where was
Yeah,
there
we're only gonna get 2 out
3?
of it.
Yeah.
But hey,
So.
it's better than I expected.
Yeah.
I
Like I
never
told-
watched that.
It's interesting.
It's really cute. I mean, they tried to keep it as close to the comic book material, but it's got some apocalyptic. It's got some mutants.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
the pretense is trippy as hell.
yeah.
Yeah.
No normal kids were born after this day.
Yeah. No, it's worth checking out if you like.
Oh heck yeah!
Like that stuff. So it's worth a look. Oh my god.
Put it on my someday list.
I mean, you could put it on when the grandkids are over, and they'll just be too distracted with the cute animal kids to know what's going on.
Well, that might be interesting. We'll see. Okay.
I mean, especially when you see the gopher kid.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Hey, Ewok Jedi.
Guys.
Right.
Ewok Jedi. Anything
Yes.
Ewok is good.
All right. We'll catch y'all later.
Interesting
Talk to you later.
Ewok fact I'll throw out there real quick. Do you know
What's
nowhere in the movie Return of the Jedi do they call an Ewok an Ewok? They never refer to Ewoks as Ewoks.
Then how do we know they're Ewoks?
We know they're Ewoks because on the credits, 2 characters were called Ewok.
Oh.
And because of those 2 characters in the credits, everyone calls Ewoks Ewoks.
Oh, that's funny.
Somebody was like, here's an Easter egg you don't know that you know. Because, of course, all the other Ewoks were listed by name. And there was 2 characters that were just like Ewok Warrior and Ewok Glider. And those are the only 2 called Ewok in the whole movie.
Wow.
So it's like, the Star Wars zeitgeist.
C-3PO didn't say what they were? You sure?
No. Yeah, I've totally got to rewatch that just to make sure, but yeah.
So then maybe they're not really Ewoks. Maybe Ewok is like a position.
See, that's why when it comes to conventions where there's people in Ewok costumes, I call them Endorian drop bears. It's them Endorian drop bears coming to get ya.
Yeah. So yeah, I just posted the picture. It's kind of cute.
It
in Skype.
It is cute.
I mean,
Ewok
unless it's coming at you. Unless it's coming at you with the lightsaber, then it's not so cute.
Until the lightsaber turns red. It's a little widget with some cool gear on him.
Somebody's already done that. So did you have either of you seen the reveal of the King's painting that was done?
No.
Yeah, so it's like the prince or the king, sorry now.
Oh.
I mean he's been a prince for ever, but
Oh.
It's like blood red, like
Oh,
haze
damn.
all around him with weird, I guess, weird like things in the mist around him. Yeah, it's
Huh.
and actually found a picture where it's like, His Majesty's first portrait, and it's actually got the Palpatine like
Oh.
in it. But no, you have to look it up online. I'm sure there's somewhere that shows it, but it's like, what the hell?
They'll call him the Red King.
Yeah, it's like it looked like he was. I don't know. Somebody like took a picture or painted it for him, so I don't know that he had. It was like
Input.
Artist rendition. So
you're calling me the Red King, are you?
Yeah, it's like when he dropped the veil off of it. It was he had kind of a weird like, what the hell?
Huh.
What are you saying, my dear citizen?
Yeah, here I think I found it. Let's see, can I? Oh, it's not gonna let me share there. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it's just like, what?
That's what my subjects think of me.
That's what you get for using an AI artist.
Well, no, I mean, and this painting is as tall or taller than he is, and almost as wide.
Oh, wow.
No, it's huge. So it's not like it's just kind of this little thing. It's like this.
Like a mural.
Yeah. Here. Where did it go? Did it not download? Whoops. Yeah.
How long until it ends up in RPGs?
I don't know where it went. Yeah, it's just, you have to look it up. The King Charles painting, and you'll find the article on it. And yeah, it's just like, ugh, holy cow. He's probably like, is there somewhere I can burn this or stick it that nobody will ever see again?
I need to find which one of my properties we can put this in that I will never have to see it again.
Yeah, actually, let me do it here on the computer instead of my phone. I was on my phone.
Or worse, the picture shall go into the Tower of London.
There we go. Now I can.
What?
Only the remains of those prisoners still chained up on a wall in there will get to see it.
Oh my God, that's horrid. What in the world?
And like, if you look really close at it, like there's like weird imagery within.
That's the type of shit you'd see on Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he in hell?
I don't know, or in the red mist, like you just vaporize people around him, or like I don't know what the artist was thinking, how the artist would think that he would be like, oh my God, I just love it.
I mean, at least they took his facial portrait from like 10 years ago or 20 years ago. He definitely looks a lot younger than he is now.
And he's got a butterfly. I mean, that's hopeful.
Yeah, it's now I'm
yeah,
seeing
there's a little butterfly landing on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Now I got him with vampire teeth and a bat coming up in my feed now because I've looked at or talked about or.
The algorithms have clocked you. Now they know that you're interested in this kind of creepy shit.
Yeah, of course now I can't find the Palpatine looking one, but yeah, like I mean,
just
I would
keep
love
talking
to
about it and it'll populate.
Yeah, I would love to like have been there to hear his response or hear once he got, what did he tell the
Behind
artist
closed doors.
And then what the hell did he say outside of earshot? Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Take it out of my sovereign country and burn it.
Yeah, see, it does. It looks very much like here. Copy
Like
image.
Vigo.
I mean, it totally makes him look like an Imperial Guardsman.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's like, so are we
mean-
saying that this will be the Blood Rain?
Apparently.
yeah, that would be my guess. So, I mean, yeah, I just don't get it.
Is it UK's turn to say, let's make UK great again?
Yeah,
Oh, wait. The only thing the UK did great was spread Independence Days.
right.
I still
Yeah,
love that
so-
joke when I heard it. It's like, thank you, UK. You single-handedly created more Independence Days than any other country.
Yeah, if you get a chance, try to find like the unveiling, like look up unveiling or what the video. It just like he pulls it down and kind of looks at it and almost like jumps back a little bit. It was like, like what the?
I would like this artist drug tested right now.
Shit, take him out and fucking lynch his ass.
Off with his
No.
head.
I mean, that's what would have happened back in the day.
True.
So yeah, that's bizarre.
Trippy, trippy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bounce. I got
All right.
enough time to get a quick episode of Vikings in
Oh, nice. I'm
before I go lay down.
I'm still behind in the new series.
Oh, the Valhalla or whatever.
Yeah. It's just not as good as the original series.
No, bummer. 'Cause I was like, oh, there's another one after this. Crap. But yeah, I'm like halfway-ish through. I think I'm like halfway through season 3 of 6. I think it is. So
Nothing like watching them smash 400 years of history into, a couple chapters.
all right. The series has been good. I've enjoyed it so far.
I know, it was funny because I was annoying Kelly, I think, with giving her Viking lore on the series. I'm like, oh yeah, Rollo, he's about 200 years after Ragnar, but it's cool that they're putting them together to make options for the story.
Yeah, well, we just had basically just had the mysterious guy that, nobody in the home village there that, showed up while they were over in England and, shagging the queen and all that and speculations
sure, I'm
on.
I am Odin in disguise. Of course.
Well, that's the question, whether it's Odin or Loki or Thor are the three.
Or just some dude who's an outlaw in his own kingdom.
Well, I mean, is he an outlaw? I mean,
see, it is important when you live in a part of the country where you die of exposure that the gods say, be nice to strangers, let them come in to warm up and have some food. Because it could be me in disguise.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you haven't watched Vikings, it's worth watching.
Oh, yeah, it's a great series.
Long series.
Floki's still one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah.
So. All right, guys.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Night. Don't let the picture have my errors.
I like how you found the Ghostbuster side-by-side picture.
Yeah. So, all right. Bye.
All right. Later, guys.